put the...
Yeah, whatever you need.
What is your purpose today?
Well, this is part of a 40-day campaign.
Okay.
It's nationwide. It's continent. It's all through North America, Central America, South America, hundreds of cities. It's a 40-day campaign. It started 9 days ago on the 25th of September.
Okay.
And it runs until the 3rd of November.
Okay.
And it's called 40 Days for Life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just put that there.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's from which organization?
Myself personally, I'm with Miramichi Right to Life.
Right to Life, okay.
Yeah, Miramichi Right to Life. Yeah. So I mean, it's not, each campaign is not necessarily run by an organization. I'm doing this as an individual.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. So
I was wondering, what's your name?
Byron Miller.
Byron Miller.
Byron Miller.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
And do you have any children?
I do. I have 3 children.
You have 3 children.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 57.
Okay, and how old are your children?
My children are 30,
okay,
29, and 27.
So they're all adults?
Yes.
Okay.
I also have 6 grandchildren.
You have 6 grandchildren?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering where does it come from? Like, where does this opinion of yours come from?
Well, it comes from the fact that all human life is precious.
Okay.
And I don't think we should be arbitrarily killing human beings, innocent human beings.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's just one opinion. It's not based off of like other, like a religion or.
Well, everybody has a worldview, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has a worldview, and you can call that religion, or you can call it my worldview.
Yeah.
However that may be, right? So certainly, my opinion is informed by my Christian worldview.
Okay.
My opinion is also informed by scientific fact.
Okay.
So that's where I'm coming from. Yeah.
I'm just wondering which scientific fact. What is your basis?
Well, I mean, let's say one scientific fact is that life begins at fertilization.
Okay.
That's not an opinion.
Okay.
It's a scientific fact.
Okay.
I can give you a textbook reference from a typical medical school embryology textbook that states just that. We each begin our lives as a unique individual at the moment of fertilization.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think to say that life begins at any other point, like if you're going to say, you know, you're not a person until you have a heartbeat, or you're not a person until this stage of development, I think is arbitrary and inconsistent. I think the only consistent, scientific, logical argument to make is that life begins at fertilization.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering about your views about women's choice, the women's ability to make their own choice.
Yeah.
What is your opinion?
My opinion is that we all have, you know, the right to, you know, bodily autonomy.
Okay.
There are all kinds of laws in this country that regulate what we can do with our bodies.
Yeah.
Right? We can't walk down the street and punch people as we go.
No, because then you're hurting someone.
Aha. That's what abortion does. Abortion is hurting somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens when I just want to know your opinion about people being raped. So we know that like 1 in 6 boys gets raped and 1 in 6 girls gets raped. What happens when pregnancy comes from a rape?
Okay. So rape is a terrible thing.
Yeah.
I think the rapist should be severely punished.
Yeah.
I think the child is innocent.
Okay.
The circumstances of your conception have nothing to do with the value of your life as a human being and as an image bearer of God. So I would have the utmost compassion for a woman in that situation because of that violence. But adding another act of violence on top of that, it doesn't take the rape away.
Okay. And how is that child being born into life? Like what, like once it's born,
Mhm.
how do you feel he's going to get the proper care and love?
Just like any other child,
Okay, from where?
from his mother, or she can choose to put the child up for adoption.
Okay, and again, we know that 1 in 6 people get raped. So if you put them in a system with some people that you don't know and you don't trust, how that, like, you're risking his life again, right?
You're making a lot of assumptions about what this person's life is going to be like.
Yeah.
I can tell you that in this city,
Yeah.
there are all kinds of people
Yeah.
walking around who started their life as a product of rape. Okay, and they're living. They wouldn't want to be killed. They're living productive lives. They're living happy lives.
I
right?
really hope so for them.
Yeah.
What happens when women are is impoverished and can't feed the baby and can't provide for the baby? What happens then? It goes again in the system, right? Is that it?
Possibly. There are all kinds of
No
alternatives.
support, no nothing.
Well, I mean, is that really true in Canada?
Yeah, it is.
There's no support?
I'm
Okay.
a social worker.
Yeah.
I work in child protection, so I can tell you that
Okay.
it exists.
So you work in child protection,
I
but yet
used
what
to,
I'm getting
yeah.
from you is that you would advocate for the killing of children in the womb
No.
if they're going to be poor.
No. I'm not.
Okay, I'm reading you wrong then. I'm
okay.
misunderstanding you.
Okay. So what happens if the mother's life is in danger?
Yes. May I just say one thing in regards to the mother's life being in danger? And let's put that together with cases of rape, because you also brought that up, okay?
Because I'm just wondering your opinion about different circumstances that comes around abortion. Because abortion, on one of your board, it says that abortion is not health care.
Right.
So I'm just wondering about your opinion about that. That's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to like prove you're wrong or anything.
No, I appreciate you stopping and having a conversation.
Yeah.
So abortion is not health care because health care shouldn't involve ending the life of a human being.
Okay.
That's as simple as that. And can I answer your question about the life of the mother being in jeopardy?
Yeah.
In a case like that, and then I'd like to ask you a follow-up question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
In a case like that, the mother should be taken care of, and the child should be taken care of. Okay? If the mother is going to die because of the child inside of her, then the doctor should remove the child, and everything should be done that's medically possible to save both the mother and the child. Okay? If the child doesn't survive that, that's a tragedy. That's a very sad thing. That's not abortion. That's not the same. That's not the same as intentionally ending the life of the child. You've done all you can to save both parties. And if I may just ask you a follow-up question. If you combine the two instances that you just brought up, rape and the life of the mother, okay? Those situations account for less than 2% of all abortions. You can look up the statistics. Less than 2%. So what I would ask,
I guess I'm one of the 2%.
Okay. I'm sorry. What I would ask you is, would you agree with me, since you're bringing up the rape and the life of the mother? Could we find a middle ground and say, okay, we're going to allow abortion in those circumstances only. For every other of the 98% circumstances where it's abortion for convenience, because I'm not ready. I'm not ready to have a child right now. I don't have enough money to have a child right now. Would you agree with me that we could abolish that completely?
No.
Okay, so may I just say this one more thing?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not willing to abolish that. So it seems to me that really you're taking the grief and the pain of those women who have been raped, or the women whose life is in danger because of the child, less than 2%, and you're appropriating that grief to justify. Well, it is to justify. Well, you're using that to justify.
I'm not justifying anything.
You're justifying your support.
I am asking you again. So there's other reasons to get abortions, What happens when there's a miscarriage? Because it's part of the procedure of abortion to have healthcare do in French it's called curtage. So
I know curtage. Yeah.
Okay, so what about that?
A woman who miscarries because of natural causes. That is not the same. And again, you're taking a very tragic situation and you're saying because of this, it's okay to murder babies.
Because abortion is very, very a critical condition for everyone, for every woman. So I'm just wondering, I think the thing is, it's when we say abortion, it englobes a lot of aspects that no one believes that it exists. And you're just saying we should just stop abortion just for the people that doesn't want babies.
I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm saying we should stop abortion, period.
Well, having a curtage is an abortion. It's a form of abortion. It's a form.
Not if the baby's already dead.
Yes, it is.
Are you saying if the baby's already dead? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
That's not. No, abortion is the taking of the life of the baby.
Okay. Well, when
so,
you're saying that, people and politicians and everything are misunderstanding, and they're taking away.
Because they're being misrepresented, as you're doing now. You're misrepresenting the facts.
Oh, no,
so that's why people are misunderstanding.
No, I'm not.
If you're saying a natural miscarriage is equal to an abortion, you are misrepresenting the facts.
No, you're not. You're saying that abortion is only killing the baby.
That's what abortion is by definition.
But when you stop that process, when you stop those process, you stop also all of the other process.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true. Because in Bathurst, you can't have a curtage. I have actually 4 friends that miscarried in the last 3 years. And at the beginning, we could have a curtage, and now we can't anymore.
Why?
Because it's abortion laws. They're all cutting
There are no abortion.
services.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
There are no abortion laws.
Yes.
So you're telling me that abortions are performed here, but curtage is not? Is that what you're saying? Abortions are performed in this hospital, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a little secret about me.
I'm just trying to make sense of what you're saying. Okay.
My baby was not dead when I gave birth to him, but he died because the placenta was killing him and killing me. Okay, so I had to do an abortion. That's what it is. I made an abortion.
If you made a decision to end the life of the child, that's an abortion.
Yeah.
That's not a miscarriage.
It was going to kill me.
Okay.
And now today, look at me. I'm alive, and I have another child on the way.
Okay.
This wouldn't have happened if I would have not gotten that procedure.
Could the child have been removed and every effort made so no effort could have been made to save the child?
No, because of the placenta had developed in a critical way. It was not nourishing the baby properly, so the baby was not growing enough to be viable once out. I was 25 weeks, and usually 25 weeks is viable. But it wasn't because he was half the pounds that he was supposed to be at 25 weeks because of the placenta. I went into preeclampsia, and preeclampsia, my organs were shutting down. So I had to go to that procedure.
Let me say I'm very sorry for what you went through.
But it's still an abortion. It is still an abortion.
If the doctor intentionally ended the life of the child, it's an abortion.
No, they didn't intentionally. They gave me the choice. I made the choice to save my own life over my baby.
I'm saying
over us being killed both.
So I'm really confused by what you're saying. Okay. Did the doctor remove the baby from you and then do everything they could to save it?
It was already dead because the procedure itself would have killed the baby.
So they killed the baby first and then removed it from you.
Yeah.
That's an abortion.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you're telling me that
I think
that's not okay. So I should have died.
No, I'm saying no, because I've given you the other option. I don't know why you're not hearing it. The other option would have been remove the baby from you before you kill it, and then try to do what you can to save the baby.
I'm wondering your opinion about domestic violence.
It's wrong.
Okay, it's wrong.
Of course.
Okay. So when you put a baby in the world through domestic violence and you're stuck in there, what?
There are all kinds of situations in this world that are regrettable and violent and ugly. None of them justify killing a child in the womb, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
No, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm trying to get your opinion.
Okay, that's my opinion.
Okay.
There's no situation that justifies killing a child in the womb.
Okay. Okay, so rape is not an option. Domestic violence and impoverishment is not an option. So once the baby's born, who's taking care of those children? Our system?
The child can be put up for adoption.
Okay, so our system. So our system.
If that's the wish of the mother, yeah.
Well, I'm happy that you answered all my questions, and
I know we disagree, and I'm sorry for what you went through.
I know it's really okay.
I really appreciate you stopping and talking.
And we have our own opinion. If we can coexist, that's all. I just wanted to understand the background of how, like, if you're put in traumatic situations and how like that counters in, but it doesn't seem that it counters in anything. And it's okay. It's your opinion, and it's fine.
Can I just maybe flesh out my opinion just a little bit more for you?
Yeah.
Because when you're talking to somebody like me, you have to realize that my heart is for the child in the womb, and I see that child as a human being.
Yeah.
And I find that people who say abortion is okay, they are turning a blind eye and saying that child is not a human being. That child is. If it's going to be born poor, we can kill it. If it's going to have to be put into the system, as you say, we can kill it. And I just can't go by that. It's a child.
And
it's an image bearer of God.
I find that people that goes for abortion turns a blind eye to what that child might go through in life after, and what it can cause to him, and what all of the situation that they go through, because I've seen it, right? Because I've worked in it, and I've worked with poor children, and I'm not saying they should have been killed.
That is what you're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have both sides of the fence.
So now I'm a baby killer, so that's what you're saying?
I didn't say that.
Well,
don't
you're telling
put
me
words
that
in my
I'm
mouth.
a social worker that's pro-killing child.
I'm commenting on the logic of what you're saying.
No, that's your logic. That's what you're perceiving.
That's
what you're perceiving.
I'm perceiving what you're telling me.
No.
I'm hearing what you're telling me.
Yeah, it's your perception that's biased.
You're saying abortion is okay because children might have to go into a system that is cruel and they might have a bad life. Therefore it's okay to kill them.
Okay, so it's okay that they get raped and they get abused and is that all okay?
There's no reason to kill a child.
Okay.
There's no reason. And I know you can't. You have to do this and pretend it's not a child. I know that.
I just want you to understand that when you're going pro-abortion, you're affecting other services that are very important for women's health. That's all. That's just what I hope that you understand from this.
I don't see how. I don't see how. Again,
curetage. What I went through with the loss of my child. Mm-hmm. When you cut those services down, women's health is at risk.
I don't believe that.
Well, that's your opinion, but I'm telling you the truth, okay?
Yeah.
So, thank you for talking with me.
Take care. What's your name? Camille. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You said you were 57, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Again, my goal was not to change your ID. My goal was to understand.
I hope you have some more understanding now.
What?
I hope you have a better understanding now.